Welcome to Zeiss CALIGO. In this video, we'll cover how to configure your measuring device to use in simulation. Before getting started, you will want to be sure that you have installed CALIGO on your computer, downloaded the training data, and have successfully activated your trial license. If you want to try Zeiss CALIGO, take a look at the description below. There, you'll find links to download the software, request a free trial, and download training data. Now that we have gotten that out of the way, let's hop in the software. We will begin at the Start screen, which appears right after you launch CALIGO. From here, we will go to the top drop-down menu, Tools, then click on Settings. This Settings menu is where all your global settings for the software can be found. Before we create a new CMM, we will want to check if we have a CMM currently connected in the software. To do this, click the plus sign for CMMs in the folder pane on the left side. Highlight the CMMs named Simulation and be sure that the checkbox for Connection at System Start is unticked. Now, to create a new CMM configuration, we begin by right-clicking on CMMs and selecting the option New. This first menu is where the name of the CMM is defined. We'll name this new CMM CALENO, then we'll click Next. This menu is where you will define the type of device you have, as well as the size of the measuring volume for it. For our case, we'll want to select Horizontal Arm and then select CALENO from the drop-down menu. We will use the default values for the measuring volume and click Next. If we're configuring a real CMM, this is where you would enter the IP address for the controller, but since we're in simulation, we'll just tick the checkbox, Simulation, and click Next. In this menu, you'll select what the internal controller number for your CMM will be in CALIGO. If you were to have a dual ARM system, you will assign each CMM to a controller number. Since we are only going to be connecting a single CMM, we can select Controller 1. The window color will be the color used to identify the controller in CALIGO, which is helpful when you are using a dual ARM system. It will also be the background color for the controller window in your session. Feel free to select a color, but for this CMM, we will just leave it as the default color and click Next. Next, we'll have to determine the direction for the Y-axis of the CMM. In the image, you'll see that plus Y is currently going out from the column. We can switch the Y direction by clicking on the image, or you can select it from the drop-down menu. If you were to connect to a dual ARM system, you'll want to make sure that one of the CMMs is set to -Y and the other CMM is set to +Y for both CMMs to be in the same global coordinate system. We will switch this for our CMM so that it has Y going out from the column, as this is the typical single-column CMM definition from Zeiss, and click Next. This menu will allow us to select which sensor carrier we have on our CMM. The sensors that we will be using are the RST for our tactile measurements and the Eagle Eye for our optical measurements. To use the Eagle Eye, the DSC sensor carrier is required. So, we will tick the box for DSC and click Next. In this menu, we will select the sensors we will use on the CMM. In our case, we'll tick the box for RST and Eagle Eye, since these will be the sensors used in the starter guide videos. This menu will provide a summary of our CMM configuration, and if everything looks good as it does, we'll select Finish. Now, if we come to our newly created CMM in our list, we'll select it, and we are given the opportunity to select if we want to connect to it at System Start, which means that whenever you open CALIGO, the software is going to initialize and connect to this CMM. And another thing that we want to make sure is that we have simulation of the controller checked. This means that when we open the software, we'll connect to the simulation version of this controller and not to an actual CMM. Now that these are both checked, we'll restart CALIGO and ensure that we have an active connection for simulation. Once the software has been loaded, you can verify that we have an active connection to our simulated CMM by opening a new CarBuddy session. Now that the session has been opened, one key indicator that we are connected to the CMM is that the name of our CMM, CALENO, is shown at the top of the controller window. Another way to verify the CMM is connected is by going to the Simulation drop-down menu above the main toolbar and selecting Display of the CMM model. This action can also be accomplished by clicking the CMM icon in the main toolbar. Now, zooming out, you can see the entire model of our CMM in our simulation environment. That concludes this video. Make sure to check out the next video, Configuring the Simulation Environment in CALIGO, where we'll go through importing sensors for our CMM and how to work in the simulation environment. And if you're looking for a more comprehensive training, check out the Zeiss CALIGO Basic Training. You'll find the link in the description below.